welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Brienne Beebe. I am a high school math teacher and I have been attempting so hard to do a plan with me video. I tried 3 times in February. The one time my voiceover was disgusting because I was sick. And then another time, everything that I shot, I tried to do overhead shots of me like actually writing out my plans. That was so impossible to read and I could not find a better camera setup for that. Then I was like, let me just show what I do on the computer and just do a screencast of everything, and then I could do a voiceover. And the screencast was so blurry, which is bizarre. Like, why would that happen? I tried again last week to do a plan with me vlog style, and then we had a snow day, and then I had something emotional to deal with. So if you are interested in what happened there, that's my last vlog from last week. And I wanted to just try again, give it a fresh start. I'm going to just focus on planning out my week, partially for school, partially for just life. Also, if you saw my vlog last Friday, I had a meltdown Friday morning and I wanted to talk more to that because this is why I'm planning right now. So Friday morning, I come into school, I'm dealing with a death, and I'd come in after having a sub. My classroom was in disarray, and it really was not that bad, but a shade was completely destroyed, like pulled partway off of the rod that it's on. And I talked to the sub afterward, and the explanation I got was, oh, it fell on those kids. What? So that like set me off in a bad mood. And also what I cut out from the vlog, I'm feeling overwhelmed just by this month. I am 7 months pregnant. I need to start figuring out basically the next school year because I'm due in June, which is like the last month of school. That's usually when I get stuff prepped for the next school year. And then I'd also take all of my summer to prep for the next school year. I could go out anytime in June. I don't really know when. You know, that's up to the baby. And then after that, the baby will be here. So I won't be able to do all the prep work that I normally do in the summer. So that's weighing heavily on me because basically I'm not getting any time off in September when we're come back for school. So I kind of need to have things laid out, and I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to have everything done and know exactly what I'm doing, which is my fault and probably crazy, but that's where I am mentally. And in my mind, I feel like that is a task that I want to leave for May. So here's what's going on with April. First of all, I'm gonna say I'm an introvert and I'm a homebody. Being at school all day, 5 days a week, hopefully there's no more snow days, takes a lot out of me because I gain my energy and recharge from alone time, and just being in school can be draining. Just having to deal with all the different personalities of your students and having to be a certain version of yourself for an extended period of time. It is exhausting. Plus I'm pregnant, so I'm exhausted anyway. Plus I'm a teacher. The one thing I always try in my vlogs to never say is I'm tired, because I feel like it's a given. It's like, well, of course you're tired. You're a teacher. And now it's like, whoa, of course you're tired. You're a pregnant teacher. So there's that going on. And I like my weekends and I like to be home and just relax, but it's also good to get out and see people at the same time. And what's going on this month is I have some sort of event happening every single weekend. So I feel like I'm not going to totally get a break. And I think what I'm going to have to do is limit myself. So for example, this Friday, my friend's daughter is having her Sweet 16. It goes from 7 to 11 and it's on a Friday night. Friday nights are horrible. Like, I'm ready for bed at 6 p.m. So I'm gonna have to compromise with myself. And really, I'm limited right now and I need to realize that and I need to get used to it and get over it. But yeah, right now I'm thinking I'll be there from 7 to 9 and I'm out. I'm not staying till 11. It's just not gonna happen. That wouldn't be so bad, but then the next night I'm going to our school's musical because I can't go on Friday night. That starts at 7. And because it's the last show, I don't know when it gets over because, you know, everyone wants to do their thank yous and the seniors have to say goodbye and all that stuff. So I'm going to stay for the entire duration of that because you can't really walk out of a musical. It's kind of rude. So, plus I kind of want to see the end. Plus I'm gonna miss these seniors. So I fully intend to be there for the whole thing. I just know I'm gonna be really, really tired. The following Saturday is my baby shower. So my mom and I decided to have the baby shower at my house because that means we don't have to pay to have it at a venue. We don't have to worry about lugging all the gifts home because, I mean, you just never know. You end up with like large things sometimes. Like the baby needs everything. So we decided to have it at my house, and we made that decision in February before we had all these snow days that basically took away spring break. So normally during spring break, I do my spring cleaning. That didn't happen because the 2 days we lost would have been the days that I would have been able to do some cleaning. And then the rest of the break that we did get to have was spent traveling because it was the last chance for my husband and I to spend time with my stepdaughter, just the three of us. So that was definitely the priority, but now I have company coming, and so now I have to find a way to get spring cleaning done before the baby shower, basically. So I'm feeling very, very overwhelmed. Then the weekend after the baby shower, we got invited to my nephew's communion, which we're not sure whether or not we're going just because of everything else that's going on. And maybe by then I'll feel better because I'll have like that time after my baby shower where I'm not having to freak out about getting my whole house clean. But that one involves traveling, so we may or may not go because at that point I think I'll be 8 months pregnant and it's gonna be harder to travel. But then I feel like I'm being a bad aunt if I don't go. So I'm extremely overwhelmed for this like whole month right now, and I feel like once I get through the baby shower, I'll feel better. But for right now, I'm overwhelmed, which is why Friday I basically had like a meltdown, on the verge of a panic attack, but didn't quite get there. So that is why I feel like planning is very, very important for this week. And I wanted to share the process. So this is not going to be the plan with me that I want, and I think I'll get there eventually because I'm still new at this whole YouTube thing and filming and everything, and it's just not easy. So I'm going to start planning and kind of talk through my process of how I actually think out when I'm going to plan and what I'm going to do and when. I'm going to change tripod setups because I need to be able to work at my desk to plan, and the windows are now behind me and my poor camera is struggling to focus. So hopefully this works out and it's not plan with me fail number 5. But I start with my planner, which I shared in my last vlog. If you have not seen my last vlog yet, the very beginning I talked through like an overview and kind of showed what I was looking at in here. That part was okay. So you could watch that part if you're interested in the planning that goes on there. But basically I have my 3 courses in here and I have calendars for each. So I plan what I'm teaching and when on the calendar. So this is my April calendar for geometry. We have on this day, I was going to do a 4th day of proofs. That's going to get cut out. And then I have my unit review and my unit test. Those are going to get moved. So I need to start by fixing those. Okay, so now I have my unit 8 review happening Monday, my test on Tuesday, and then I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to plan out. Friday is a half day because we're having like half day conferences. So that's going to make things interesting. So I'm going to my scope and sequence to check out my next unit, which is on circles. If you want to see my scope and sequence up close, I'm going to have a link below to my scope and sequence on my blog. I'm actually going to change my scope and sequence over again for the following year, so I'll have an updated one on my blog. But I just found it helpful when I was trying to plan out my course and how I wanted everything laid out to go through other people's scope and sequences and see how they did things. Okay, so for the circles unit, I have my first 3 topics are introduction to circles, equations of circles, and then tangent and chord theorems. And then I think I wanted to lay it out differently, so I'm going to double check with my pacing guide. And I still have 2 days of circle equations there, and I'm not sure why. I'm 80% sure that last year I did a day of the introduction stuff, which is mostly vocabulary, because there's so many parts to a circle. And I think that I also did circle equations that first day, and then the second day I did circle equations with completing the square, which is the part that I need to make sure I teach, because that's what gets tested, not so much kids just knowing about circle equations anymore. So Wednesday is going to be my introduction to circles day with the basic equations. Then Thursday will be circle equations with completing the square. So with that half conference day, I'm only going to meet with my classes for 20 minutes. I need to make sure that I have something productive, but I can't do anything new because if I try to move on to the next topic, my morning class would probably be okay. My afternoon class though, because they're about to go home, and that class is actually not even a full 20 minutes, that's not gonna work for them. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do a quiz, because the last time we had a half day, I did a quiz during that period and it worked out well. Plus, I like to do like a check-in on how we're doing as far as preparing for the Regents every 5 weeks. So I should really have that in this week coming up, but it's not going to fit with what I'm doing. So I'm going to move that and we'll do that quiz on that Friday then. Okay, so now that geometry's planned, I'm going to move on to my other course, general geometry. And basically I need to fix this week. So today's the 6th, tomorrow's the 7th. We were going to do compositions of transformations tomorrow, but my kids had a quiz on Friday and they universally bombed. So I'm going to do like a mid-unit review Monday, move compositions down, and basically move everything down for the week. So when we start the following week that I'm planning for, we're going to have the project, and I'm guessing it's going to take about 2 days. I don't really know because I've never done this project before, so it could take longer, and if it does, that's totally okay. So in my general geometry course, we are finishing unit 7, which was on transformations. We're starting our coordinate geometry unit, so that's what I have developing over Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday again, 20-minute periods. So Wednesday we're going to review linear equations and just the little things that they should remember, but might need a refresher on. Then the next day we're going to talk about the slope of parallel and perpendicular lines, and then Friday we'll probably do a practice activity, a short one linked to that. I'm on to my last course, which is SAT prep. I actually already planned out that week. This class meets every other day, so I only have to do half the planning, which is like the bright side because this is not my favorite course to teach, just being honest. So I'm trying to show, but it's hard to see, and when I hold it back, it's hard to read. So the week we're going into, we have synthetic division, so that's Monday, Tuesday. Then we have practicing synthetic division, so it's Wednesday, Thursday. Then we have complex numbers, so that's Friday, and then the following Monday, which is the week that I'm planning out now, complex numbers practice, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're going to do review of that unit. And then the test falls the following week. So that is done for me, and that's actually great. So now that I know what I'm teaching and on which day, I get to go into Google Docs and I'm going to actually type up my plan for the week. So I'm in Google Docs, and I like to use this because I can easily share it with anyone that I'm co-teaching with. And I created a template. I really want to show what it looks like and everything. I tried doing another screencast tool. That did not work either. I could point the camera at my computer, but because the refresh rate of the computer screen's not the same as the camera, you end up with like these weird lines like kind of going through the screen, which is really annoying. So I'm at a loss for solutions right now. But if you want to see what the template looks like, you can go to the description box and I'll have a link to what my template looks like on my blog. And that template is available if you want to use it for your own use. So on my template, I have the course, the unit, the dates, and then it's basically a grid. I have the days of the week, and then I have my topics, standards, objectives, introduction, activities, assessment, and closure, and then homework. So basically I just take whatever I'm planning to do for the week and kind of flesh it out more. So I get all the information on there that administrators are looking for, like standards and objectives, and then I have up there the stuff that I need to know. How am I starting this lesson? What are we doing? And how am I ending the lesson? And do the kids have homework? So I feel like that's kind of straightforward, at least I hope it is. If you have any questions though, feel free to leave them in the comments. Okay, so I finished my planning in Google Drive. I know what I'm planning for the following school week. Now I need to plan out like everything else and how I'm going to actually accomplish this. So this is my other planner. This is from Michael's. It's a recollections planner. So this one is like just stunning. It has little cacti in gold foil and like this pink purple watercolory looking cover, and this is what the inside looks like. So this is the upcoming week. The only thing I don't like is that they start the week at Monday. The weekend is Sunday and Saturday. They should be like bookends. Sunday should be here, but trying to get over it. I put all my financial information in the bottom so that I have that covered for filming, and then I'm gonna go through and just kind of plan everything out. So I color code. In purple, I have the things that I have going on this week that I need to work around. So Monday, faculty meeting, I'm not gonna put that in there. Tuesday, I have after school program, and then I have a prenatal class. Friday, I have the Sweet 16 party, and then on, oh crap, I just wrote that on Thursday. And then on Saturday, my school's doing Annie. So now I need whiteout. I feel like flare pens don't work so well on whiteout either. My poor little perfectionist self is upset, but that's okay. The one thing that I've been struggling with the most throughout this pregnancy is exercise. For the first 20 weeks, I felt so sick that I couldn't even think about exercising. And now I'm at 28 weeks, and it's been like hit or miss for me because just trying to A, have the energy, and B, the time to do it has been a struggle. So I followed Genuine Teaching on Instagram, and she started this whole workout thing that she's doing. So if you're interested in that, go check her out. But for me, I'm just inspired by how she makes time to do it. And it got me to the point of thinking, I know what's worked for me in the past as far as exercise goes is to do it in the morning, first thing, kind of like a get it over with mentality. But what I love about exercising in the morning is it's a good start to the day. It gets me energized and it wakes me up. So all last week, I got up at 5 a.m. and exercised. So if you saw my vlog, like I don't even know when, I'm guessing it was in February because that's like the worst month of the year for me. But I was just in such a rut, and then I was like trying to find a new routine to help me out of my rut. And the one variable that could not fit anywhere, no matter how hard I tried, was exercise. Because I wanted to do it when I came home from work, but I come home from work hungry. So it's like I eat something, but then it's like, okay, well, I don't want to exercise now because then I'll feel sick. It was this whole vicious cycle. So I eventually just said, you know what? I'm laying in bed until 5:30 anyway. I might as well get up and exercise. So that's done and over with. So that's what I've been doing. So now I'm gonna take my green flare pen and write in exercise 5 a.m. Monday through Friday. So next I have pink, and I fill in what I need to do for work. The big challenge I have is I have set days to do different things, and Tuesday's the day that I make up my tests and review sheets, and I have a test and review sheet to make up for 2 courses. So I don't know if that's gonna work out, but I'm gonna basically put them in on Tuesday. If I can get it done early ahead of time, I will. But if not, I might have to wait till Wednesday. So now the problem with Tuesday is I have 2 things going on after school, so I won't have time in the evening to work on any of it. So after I finish writing those in, I'm going to take my blue pen, write down anything else that I'm going to be doing around the house, and that I'm actually kind of waiting on to see what I can get accomplished today. So I actually had a list of things that I needed to accomplish for work, and I actually just finished through that list, and now I have 5 things that I could do possibly today, and I'm kind of curious to see how far I get. So maybe I'll get all those things done, maybe I won't, and that's okay, because once I figure that out, I can go ahead and schedule everything else in for the rest of the week. So I'm just going to show what my week looks like right now. So here's how my week looks so far. On Monday I have exercise at 5 a.m, planning, and then I have to adapt task cards specifically. And then Tuesday I have after school program, a class, exercising, I have to do tests and review sheets. Then on Wednesday I have my exercise, my answer keys. Thursday, I have my exercise copies to make, my presentations. I'm definitely going to be cleaning my kitchen that day, so I just put that in now. Friday, I have a Sweet 16 to go to of my exercise. I want to try to get my next week planning done that day. I do not know if I'm going to be able to do any housework here because of that. Saturday, I have my school's musical, which is Annie, and I usually do not do any schoolwork on Saturdays, so I should be able to get a lot done here. And then Sunday, I have my lesson plans, and I have to mop the floors. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but just in case, I have a lot going on right now. I'm very overwhelmed. While I want to vlog the next 2 weeks, I'm not going to because I already have so much going on that vlogging, while it's not a lot of work as far as preparing for the video, it's a lot of work to edit the videos. So I will not be vlogging the next 2 weeks for that reason, but I do still have videos that will be going up, just not my usual classroom vlogs. And that's everything for this video. Not quite the plan with me that I was hoping for, but at least it's something, and I kind of wanted to show people more of my process and what I'm thinking through as I'm planning stuff out. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.